Hey, what's up? It's Sake here. Welcome back to my channel. I'd like to share a small tip on using Claude Code on Tmux. So as you may know, I've been using it on terminal, and it is on Tmux session, and Claude Code is running in a pop-up window. And as you can see, you can use it as usual, and you can quickly hide by pressing Ctrl T and D. And the point is that it is running in background, so you can quickly resume. You can quickly go back to Claude Code session and keep typing prompts. So it is very useful. So to accomplish this, you need a small tweak for keeping it running in background. So I'd like to share how to do that. And here is the Tmux configuration, and it is in tmux/.config/tmux/utilityconf. And so there are two configurations, and this one is to launch LazyGit in a pop-up window. So it is bound with G. So my prefix key is Ctrl T. So I'm gonna type Ctrl T and G. It launches LazyGit in a pop-up window, and you can see the unstaged commit. So this one is very simple. So it just calls display pop-up command and with these parameters. So it simply launches LazyGit in a pop-up window. That's very simple. But Claude Code, you wanna run it in background. So it is kind of complicated. And if you run it like this, so the Tmux configuration has been reloaded, and I'm gonna type Ctrl T and Y. Then, yeah, so it launches a new Claude Code session. And if you close, I can't close this pop-up window without quitting the Claude Code. Without quitting Claude Code, because it is not a separate Tmux session. So if I type Ctrl T and D, nothing happens. So you have to type quit to close the pop-up window. So you have to start a new Claude Code session every time you open the pop-up window like this. So it is annoying. So you wanna keep it running in background, you have to do something like this. Okay. So I'm gonna explain what this does. The first line is creating a Claude Code session. This is used for assigning the Tmux session with a unique identifier. So I mean, it uses paying current path, which means your current working directory, and it converts into MD5 sum. So yeah, I'm gonna launch this, and as you can see here, you can see a unique Tmux session name with the MD5 digest. So it is used to create a new session. So this specifies the session ID, and it changes the working directory to the your current working directory in a new session, and runs Claude here. And before doing that, it checks if it already exists. I mean, it checks if the existing session already exists or not by specifying has session with the session ID. So if it exists, it just resume the session by calling attach session command. Yeah, so that's the trick to do that. So it's very simple. Yeah, so that's the small tip. So if you change, so this is the current directory, and if you change current directory like config new vim and started a new session, so it launches a new Claude Code because the working directory is different. So you can run multiple Claude Code sessions in different Tmux Windows sessions and panes, things like that. Currently, I'm working on creating a dev container to protect my computer from malicious prompt injections. So currently it directly launches Claude in your terminal, and this is not good actually, because if you get a prompt injection from a malicious like MCP server or skills, if you miss it, you will get a problem like leaking your API keys or credentials, things like that. So you need to run Claude in dev container. So I'm running a Docker container here. It is called Claude Code dev, and let me log in. So Claude Code is installed by the npm, and I've been trying both native build and npm package, but at the moment I can't make it work. So it can't reach to the Claude Code server for some reason. As you can see, it gets econ reset error. This is because so I can connect to the API server of Anthropic correctly, but because Claude Code is running on BUM, because and BUM has an issue in TLS handshake. So BUM is failing to make a handshake with Anthropic API server through TLS protocol. So currently I can't make it work in a dev container. So for example, if you try to connect to the Anthropic API server on Node.js, it fails. So it can't make a connection with the API server through the TSS connection, but it fails to make established connection due to econ reset error. So and I found this bug report. So it is exactly the same issue with mine. So he can connect to the API server with call, Node.js, and mobile triggering VPN. But only Claude Code can't connect to the server due to the TSS fingerprint issue. I hope it will be solved soon. But I'm happy with this trick that lets me use Claude Code in background in Tmux. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll publish it on my GitHub repository. So please check it out. Thank you for watching, and have a productive day.